Ba, ba, ba. Awesome. Hey guys, Grand Commander. Today we are going to work on the spaceship. Been doing a lot of job-related stuff recently, so I haven't been able to jump on. But here we go. We may do one for that too eventually, because I want to get all these done. But so I'm not 100% sure I'm going to keep all three in the hangar bay. Also, I need to clean up these rooms a little bit better. But we'll get into that eventually. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I might get rid of this middle ship, just to make it the exterior too. Or I might, I can't drop the first one out from underneath. Never mind. I forget how the hangar bays in this ship work. I was thinking that they work like Star Destroyers, but they do not work anything like the Star Wars ones. I could probably, I'm going to try to fit more underneath. I'll probably keep the middle one, honestly. Yeah. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Okay, so today let's try to get this deck done. I think we're close, because this deck is the throne room and the Admiral's barracks. And this deck is the subway. So we'll have to get subway done, and we'll have to get housing done. Honestly, housing, as long as the hallways are done, the housing can wait, because the housing is pretty easy. Ventilation shafts we should probably do as well, but I'd like to finish up this deck within 1 to 2 episodes. Alright. Cool. I don't know, I kind of want... I do need like this whole thing done. Not like whole, but yeah. That's second position, which means that this is first. I actually have to. Alright. Copy. Yeah, and then we'll fix up that. I mean, that's not a big deal. Huh. Oh, yeah, because, duh, that side didn't have these. Okay. Huh. Maybe we'll wait on those. Alright, but now we do need the tunnel systems. Good thing is we've already got some built. I don't think I showed you guys those. That's the only thing I've done since last time, I think. Is that we now have these tunnel systems, which is how the subways actually get places. Because I want this to be a survival, like you should be able to play this in adventure mode / survival mode, you know what I mean? So I want it to be able to be played like that. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Right, and then there we go. And then we'll just copy in the middle right here. And first of all, we'll do a / flip south. Yeah, we didn't really need to do that. Alright, fantastic. Alright. That looks like that is done. Then obviously we'll have a maintenance chamber there. We'll again have that guarded by the two of these and these. Yeah, and that's how we've been representing most of it. Most of the maintenance shafts. So cool thing is, you can see light down there. 100%. Alright, I like that a lot. This goes there, this goes here. Is this good enough? Stop. I think so. These go this way, the other ones go that way. It's really that easy. I'm gonna go just make sure that I button up all that on that corner. And it's only per deck. Like, all the decks will have not all the decks will have a, I'm sorry, every deck will have a subway system. Hopefully, by then, we could just copy and paste. We don't have to do any fanciness in the designs or anything. So. I just realized those can't be there. Because the only way to pour it on this side is via here. What coordinate changes? The first one. 222 is the middle of the ship. That's easy to remember. Alright. 222. Alright, another red block. Awesome. All right. Perfect. I don't remember how it goes. Right, let me go look. Because, yeah, that is a continued pattern. Oh. Okay, it's just going to be weird looking. Is that alright? I guess that's okay. Alright. So it's good to me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to see something super trippy you can do? Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. Let that sink in for a second. Yep. Alright, let me check. Alright. Alright. Corey's on here. But I think he's busy. Alright. What are we seeing above us? Oh, the throne room. That's what we're seeing above us. Because I was like, this should go out more, right? Yeah, this is the deck we're working with currently. Let me sleep really quick. Yeah, so we're working with this whole thing. It's about this deep. Now, we are also working with these. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Which means basically we're just gonna take this down a little bit more, which honestly in the grand scheme of things is not that big of a deal. Just another layer thick, that's all. Not even a whole layer thick. Cool. Alright. And the nice thing is, once we get this subway done, the subway system should be roughly about the same on the other decks. Just longer. About as many stops, so I can literally just copy, paste, which is amazing. I want to make an industrial tram system, probably at either near the middle of the ship or at the bottom. That will take way bigger items. But again, I don't know what that's going to look like. So, I'll have to figure all that out. I'm literally thinking of just building half the ship and then copy, paste the entire half. It's going to be a really long world edit, though. Which is one thing I am worried about. And we're going to actually go take a look at what I have in that red ship right there. Just as a concept idea to see what else would I have. Okay, this is the interior of that ship, by the way. These ugly hallways. This is a monitoring room for the biggest super weapon ever. Which is just sad. My building skills have increased tenfold since then. I want those. I want doors that work like that in this new ship. And I want them everywhere. I hate how cramped for space I was that I had to create this monstrosity to get up to the bridge. Because when you think about it, hundreds of people are coming up here. I guess only in this ship there's like 7. But come on. So, I mean, is there really nothing in here? Like, if I... Oh. Where does this come from? Okay, so you come straight from the neck of the bridge into black and red doors. Yeah, look, this is going to be my other throne room. This is just sad. Alright. Well, glad we're fixing it. It needs it. Because the skirting is cool and all. That's where the decks are. And then let's go see the other side. Because I only built half of the ship to begin with. Yeah. See? It's only half as thick. Yeah. Yeah, the new ones were way better. It's huge. It's just so much thicker than the other one. Downward and side to side. Has so much more room for everything to happen. Because I wanted to include all this stuff in the first one, but I was getting cramped for space. I mean, if you... I'm going to go take you to the core. Ooh, that's what I need to work on next. The core. After we get that section done. But I keep forgetting to take over one of the pillar designs that I have created. Oops, wrong way. Got turned around really fast. It's bigger. Alright. I'll show you what the core of the ship's going to look like. I haven't figured out what any of the colors are going to be yet. Except for this lava pattern that I have. And then I want pillars surrounding it. This is the original design of the pillars. But I hate them. I hate them so much. Or maybe that'd be cool for the corner pillars. I don't know. Because yeah, these are really tiny. But I mean, I could copy paste them on top of each other. You know, flip them upside down. I don't know. There's that tie-in. But again, who knows what's gonna end up happening. I'd really like to maybe make this the I mean, maybe even a couple layers of it. Okay. I think we end somewhere. Yeah, see, I like that a lot better already. Alright, that's all we're gonna do for it. And I know that that looks like the back of my ship, but it's not. Guaranteed. So yeah, I'll fly over to it. It's literally just the idea. Because we're way over here. These are the original mock-ups for the thrusters. Yeah, because the core is gonna go here. That's what this is. So essentially, we're just going to use this in the middle of the ship, and this is what's going to power everything. So this is where the tubes are going to run for the thrusters. Now realizing that, I'm probably going to put these right behind the thrusters. So instead of putting it in the heart, or the core, I'll probably end up putting it here. Yeah, because I want the plugs and everything to come right through. I've been thinking of a way to do fueling and stuff. I'm working on it. Because obviously that would be awesome. But it'd be kind of impossible to do because of how much fuel this thing would need to run on. But from a story perspective, it'd be nice to have an input and have a storage for all of it. And I believe that this would be the storage. Ooh, and then if we can have the redstone from it feed to one of the monitors, not a monitor in the bridge, but one of the monitoring rooms for the thrusters, that'd be pretty awesome. That's my hope, that eventually I can start adding the redstone in, hopefully before I submit this thing. But currently we should probably work on this next. Not currently, but yeah. But we are super close. We are super, super close. I'm assuming that we can probably finish the deck today. All right. Yeah, I'm really unsure right now about how this all works. I don't know, maybe because how much left after this? So from there to here. Maybe that'll be my maintenance shaft for the core room. So I'll bring it down this part of the ship, stairs, and then I'll bring the stairs back into the core. So I'll do a round staircase. On both sides of that will be the mess halls. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Okay. Well, that's scary. We're starting it now. The copper stairs. Trying to keep it all the same except for the bridge. Um, it'll be really cool for, I think it's light matter that we're going to use to, or that you can use to paste this kind of stuff into survival, is what if you didn't have to have the right blocks? All you had to do is have the air mapped out. Oh, I'm sure there's a way to do it. And you just dig this out of the ground. That'd be really cool. Because then you can make this how they made it. And literally dig it out of a mountain. Which again is why they have the copper stairs. It was one of the only resources in the mountain that was able to be used in a flashy way. So that's why everything's copper and not... or to show where they finished off. So, alright. Yeah, because the core is going to go literally... I'm probably actually going to have 2 cores. One over here and one over there. That makes the most sense, I think. What else can I do here? So bring the stairs forward, and then I'm going to bring them into a small platform. Alright. Yeah, because mess hall is going to be off that way. haven't really created hallways yet in this. I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to have hallways, and it's not just going to be all cavernous. So, yeah, that's something I have to think about. I should have hallways down here. I think hallways should be 5 wide. It's always better to work with an uneven space than an even space. You'll have the best results with having a middle and everything. Because I'll probably end up doing beacon lights. I do like the look of them. Corey did those. And I just like the look of them. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honestly, I don't like the costume. Because that means that it's going to be the same texture as this. And I don't particularly like that. Let's do calcite. Alright. Fantastic. Except for maintenance tunnels, everything else should be about 3 high. And, I kind of want hallways to be taller too. So, alright, let's try to come up with a look for the hallways. Too wide of that. What if we did some like let's do Star Warsy. That's too smooth. And that's too gross. That looks like flesh. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Polished deep slate? That's better. It's not great. Other polished deep slate stairs, though. Perfect. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? We are going to do behind it. Unfortunately, now they have to be 3 thick, though, the walls. But only some of the way. Okay. I mean, that looks like it's... I actually don't like that either. Yes, but even one more spread out. Yeah, kind of like every 5. Alright. It's still really too much. Or not enough, rather. But ahoy! I didn't see you. Sorry. Got really enticed by my own stuff. Oops. My stream just crashed. Hold up. Oh, thank you. I've been working on it for about a year now. I appreciate that. Are you new here? I never check chat, honestly. Because every time I do, there's nobody there, so. Do you want to walk through while you're here, or are you going soon? Gotta back up. Thank you. My specialty is spaceships. You said you're new here, so I write science fiction books, yet to be published. I'm still in the self-publishing phase, or I'm still looking into self-publishing. I want to finish my second book before I publish both. So originally I built this red ship. I was pretty proud of it. I built it about 2 to 3 years ago, and I based it off of my books. And then I was like, you know, it would be cooler as if I remade this, but like full size of what it's supposed to be. And that's what happened here. So now I'm trying to build it accurate to scale, 1/2 scale of what it's supposed to be, because actual scale would just, I would never be able to work on it. It would be too massive. I wouldn't even be able to fit in the Y coordinate. It barely fits now. There's supposed to be spikes on the bottom, but I'm not going to be able to do those because the ship literally goes down almost to 0. It goes down to 23. So I'm waiting for 1.18 to come out, so that way I can have a lot more space with Y coordinates. But until then, there's nothing I can do about those spikes on the bottom. I am planning on doing some spikes on the top, like they're supposed to be, but I haven't had the chance to do that. Okay, I'll walk you through. Jeez. So, we'll start in the bridge. I'm trying to make everything a survival world capable. So I want to do mini games and stuff in here, like capture the flag and stuff in the future. As a server event, I am on a server. Technically, this is my own world that I put into this place. I'm friends with the server owner, so I got to put my world in here with all my cool spaceship builds. I got a ton I can show you, but so I built the bridge first. The bridge is kind of like a World War II bridge on a cruiser, where it basically runs the entire ship. So you have your targeting computer here. I'm gonna do custom maps and everything for the councils. Haven't done those yet. And then this is the commanding chair, which is also kind of a throne because I like thrones. And then these pillars hold up the entire thing here. And then I have yet to figure out how I'm going to do, like, the other functions of the ship. So really all I've got is a targeting computer for firing and for getting places. I don't have where the gas read-off is going to be, and where the navic computer is going to be. And then we have this space, which is the stem. I want to think of the bridge up there as like the brain. So this is the brain stem, which connects this to the lower part, which will probably have almost all those other readouts that I was just saying. But that's probably going to be what I work on last. These little horns in the front, or these little pinchers, are meant to be able to grab smaller ships and pull them into a tractor beam and make this a smaller docking bay for really tiny vessels. Not that the rest of the ship can't be too. So down here, this is the stairway down from the bridge, and about 150 people are required to be up there at all times to make this ship actually function and be able to fly. Although in one of the books, the main character Equinox will be able to pilot this entire ship by himself. As kind of a nod to his ability to pilot large vessels. This is the throne. So you can sit here and look out over your worshippers. I don't know. So that's the throne, and then this is the throne room. Again, this ship, I don't think I said this today, but the ship will have full ventilation shafts, so you will be able to basically be able to play in the ventilation shafts, which adds a creative edge to the capture the flag that I want to do here eventually. You go straight, and there's going to be admiral corridors. I did make the ceiling in here. I should probably make it one shorter, honestly, because when you walk into here, even though it's not that tall, you want it to feel tall. So by making the space that you came from a lower height, it creates that forced perspective. I'm gonna check chat really quick. Oh, thanks. I have been live streaming more often now, but not significantly yet. I am planning on entering this into a large spaceship contest in the future, so that's why I'm trying to document it, so that I can prove it's my build, no one else's. Then down here, we have the subway system, and this is purely decorative until these, which are iceboat roads. Unfortunately, it's just so thin up here that I had to condense them, so it's literally one falls into the other, and then that's where it's going to stop. I'm going to have one more station there and call it even. And then back this way, this is... I gotta fix the ceiling in here. Alright, ceiling's gotta be up one higher. Back this way, we have another station. And the cool thing is you can still see the light from the other side, so with Optifine, you can totally see the other station through here, which is really cool. I like that it's not out of render distance. And then down here is some of the housing. I have to finish the housing, but I have almost all the hallways in place. Again, here's one of the air conditioning ducts. So you're able to go in here, and you'll see these along the way, and be able to basically like that, just hide up here. Slash move around the entire ship. I'm really trying to work hard on making it so that you can literally go from one duct to another all the way through the ship, except like some of them that are just exhaust ducts. They're not going to do anything but like just connect two rooms to the outside. And then these are the houses. They're just literally small spaces. You don't really need anything more than that. If you are living on the ship, everything else is done for you. So that way you're required to leave your residence. Because there's so many people that can live on here, I don't want there to be unfactored casualties and ways of hiding bodies. So I want to make sure that people are getting out of their houses. And the cool thing about this ship is it was built or dug out of a mountain that was mostly metal. And because of the size, so they basically dug out the hallways from caves and stuff, so it should look pretty natural in this part of the ship. Some of the hallways will be hallways, some of them will be this kind of design where it just totally looks dug out. And then the only metal that they had that they could really make things out of, other than the ship walls, the only ones that were easy to work with was copper, bronze. So that's why everything's got copper stairs. It shows where they worked on and where they haven't, because that part of the ship hasn't been excavated yet. And I'll show you where that is. There's a whole mining facility in this ship itself. I believe it's this way. It's so easy to get turned around in here. Yeah. So I've got little stalactites and stalagmites and stuff. There's the entrance to it. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do there yet. I kind of want like an observation deck there, but it's kind of weird on a spaceship to have that, especially if the spaceship rarely goes into atmosphere. So I haven't decided for that yet. And then I will show you some of the things that I haven't connected up yet. So we got the thrusters here. Here, let me check chat really quick. Oh, thanks so much. It's called The Story of Equinox. It's going to be a series. And that's awesome. I'm mainly starting my YouTube channel for it, to promote my books and stuff. And I figured what a better way to do it than to build this stuff from it. So I've got little air ducts and everything. Everything's going to be connected up to the core, which I will show, but it's this thing. I'm going to have two of them. One's going to roughly be here, one of them's going to be here, and the air ducts are going to pull into the thrusters. And that's how it's going to be able to run. So all the air ducts and all the fuel ducts are going to feed into those as well, essentially creating like a giant maze or a giant network of tubes. And then this is the stairway to get to the core, but I haven't finished that yet. I just started that today. And then over in here, we have that big red ship, because I still want them to be in the books. So in the first book, it's going to be this big red ship is going to be his ship. And the big black one, I think, is going to be the one from the third book. I have a mistake up here. So, and then we've got a little boarding ramp to get onto it. This took more time than I'd like to admit. And then it's got little assembly line of things that have to get thrown in. And this is the old ice boat road. This is what this looked like. It was terrible and tiny. And I'll show you what I mean by the air conditioning vents. Or the exhaust vents too. But These are them. I'm sorry, but this is my favorite part of the ship, because you get to just completely walk around in here. And crawling is the best thing that they've ever added to this game because of this. Now, there is a way to just do it with trapdoors and stuff, but I'm too lazy right now. So you can see right into the main housing. So these are where the soldiers sleep, because it is a military ship. The other houses that you were seeing in the other ship were for the ambassador and senators that accompany Equinox on his missions. This is the old landing bay. The new one fits 3 of these red ships easily. Yeah, I'm about a third done with my second book now. And so once I get it totally done, that's when I'll release both on Amazon. I gotta figure out how to go to your channel. I can't click on it for some reason. It's not letting me. Oh well. I'll figure that out another time. Well, you know what I can do though? I can pin your top message. Pin message. And that way, when I do end up releasing it, I can let you know. Yeah, I like this. I like this project a lot. This is gonna be the wall from the outside into the hangar bay. So there's gonna be these little control rooms that are gonna control a ton of things. I think I've got some of it built. Yeah, these ones here have some of the desks in place. So that's what I got so far. I usually only stream for like 30 minutes to an hour. Usually with updates of things I've done off stream, and then usually I work on a little bit on stream, and then I get interrupted or I gotta do other things with my day. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out the thrusters. Obviously, I made this one with them on, but I don't know if I want to do that with this one. Like, I like the look of it. I like that it looks like it's flying, but at the same time, it's a time-consuming process if I want to change it from flying to sitting. I'll show you some of the other stuff I worked on. I did, oh man, I don't even remember the name of it. It's from Guardians of the Galaxy. I had a kid that was basing with me on survival on the server, and he wanted to fly, or he wanted this to be his base. So he made this into like a base for him. It was pretty cool. We had redstone contraptions and stuff, and then we were gonna copy it over into survival, but he got banned by the owner. So unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Which is really what we should call death in real life. Banned by the owner. Oh. And then down here we got little hangar bays and stuff. But they were destroyed by me, mostly. And then this is Equinox's brother's ship. It's not done yet. Obviously, I just thought I'd work on the bad guy's ship first. Yeah, this is his ship, which is actually pretty small compared to his brother's. Movie theater I made. It's beautiful. Beautiful as always. Oh yeah, the good guy ships. I gotta copy more of these over by the big ship eventually. To make it like a space battle. I want to be able to do a space battle parkour around the ship itself. I think that'd be awesome. So between glass blocks of like blaster fire and stuff to ships like this that are in formation. I think that'd be awesome. I want the whole ship just to be able to be a giant experience. And then... what is this? I did not make this. That's interesting. Yeah, but that's why I came over here. I need to figure out how to use this. This is supposed to be like a giant turbine, and I don't know where to put it. Like, that's how big it's gonna be. It's gonna be about like 30 long. And like, that's how it's gonna create most of its electricity, is by these giant wind farms that are gonna use the warped space matter to rotate the fans, which are also going to create the artificial gravity for the ship. And I'm not sure where I want to put those. But I probably didn't show you. So this is the ship, and it's going to go all the way out to there. So I mean, I got a lot of space to work with, but I kind of want to run it here and here. Only problem is there's a hangar bay there. So I'm not really sure where this is going to run. Because again, it's not as big of a ship as you may think it is. Like, there's not as much space to play with. Yeah. I'll show you the quarterly quick. I've been building since, I don't know, probably 3 years ago. Not on this world though, on a different one. And then before that I just played probably for 3 years before that. So probably only 6 years I've been on Minecraft. Yeah, I didn't get good at building until like 2 to 3 years ago is when I started that red ship, and that's when I'd say I started building better, because I had to come up with solutions to my problems. And until you have problems, it's just hard to know how to fix things, you know what I mean? For instance, when I was building this ship, I started bridge first, then I built down just like this one. But the problem I was having is, how do I connect the bridge to this when all this sits so low? And I had to come up with a skirting technique that I still use today. It's so dark on this world at night. So I had to come up with how to angle it forward and downward at the same time. And it kind of reminds me of a Star Destroyer look. Currently my ship looks a ton like a Star Destroyer, which I'm a big fan of Star Wars, but I want to skew away from that as much as possible. So I'm hoping that the triangular feel ends at the skirting, just like it does in that ship. Also, this ship only has one secondary bridge. Mine's gonna have 2 to 3. My new one. This is the idea of the horn I'm playing with. It doesn't feel bulky enough. And I don't know what to do. It's going to be about 7, 8 wide. But I really don't know. It doesn't feel substantial. It feels flimsy. It feels like paper. I don't know if it'll always feel like that because of how ginormous the ship is, or if I just need to actually make it bulkier. So that's something I've been wrestling with. And then there's going to be these little wings on the side that add to the aerodynamics, so it's going to add to the drag. The drag is what I'm going to use to help the fans run better inside the ship. So that little bit of slowness that it's going to feel pulling back on the ship will actually fuel the internal fan system, which will kick in the artificial gravity better. Especially at warp speed, you want to make sure that no one's being lifted off the ground and thrown through space and time. Because that'd be bad. That'd be very bad. Okay. I should probably go back to working on the, maybe I should make the mess hall first. I'm trying to get this entire deck done, the one with the horn on it, because that one is the throne room, so that's, that makes this one the subway system so far in the housing. Yeah, this is all the subway system and the housing. I think that's all there's going to be on this level, is just a ton of housing. This really leads nowhere, honestly. Yeah, I'll show you. It literally just hooks up right here. Back to there. And then beyond that, if I put a station, the station's literally just to get off. Because as you can see, we are about here. It gets pretty narrow up in here, so I'm running out of room. I probably got to make a station here. Yeah, station number -1. I should make it 0, not -1. But I can fix that eventually. Oh, it survived. I love when little things like that survive. Also, why is that there? Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to bring this into the hangar bay somewhere. This one looks different than the rest. But this is Equinox's main ship in part 3, book 3. I mean, you could just see the size comparison. This is his brother's smaller vessel, his fighter. And this is Mikrat's bigger ship. Mikrat being his brother. Oh yeah, the map I made. I was like, what is that? So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna incorporate all those aspects. Because I don't like when ships are in there 3 times or whatever, you know? I don't like that you have a main character ship there 3 or 4 times, outside the ship, inside the ship, in a different docking bay. It just feels weird to me. There shouldn't be that many of them. So yeah, and then the top of the ship I did do some exhaust ports with, which are more decorative. I've got campfires, so you get the big plumes of smoke. And I got some blue flames, so I got some light. Little things like that make this aesthetic more aesthetically pleasing. So, alright, I gotta go finish the hallway down here. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, this is a big project. I always bite off more than I can chew, honestly. I'm hoping I didn't do that with this one. I hope I can actually finish this one on time. My hope is by next year it's 100% done. Interior and exterior. Oh, all the cobblestone, by the way, is going to be this texture. I just haven't done that in the world any yet. I'm probably going to do it like one of the last things I do because I think it's very satisfying to watch. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Alright, whatever. Excuse me. So set polished. And then we bring that up by one. Okay, so off this way is going to be the mess hall. Perfect. Which means off this way is going to be the next set of stairs coming down this way. I made them 5 wide, so let's just go ahead and get those. Get it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Oops. This hallway is hooking up to the other half of the ship. I'm actually thinking maybe we should just extend the hallway through here. And just like pretend it doesn't end. I mean, there's no reason I can't go behind the thrusters. There's small reasons why I can't go behind the thrusters, but it'd be nice to have a really long hallway. Or maybe cut in more right here. Because the tubing from these thrusters is going to be huge. Well, that's a lot of space, though. Yeah. Not sure. Because the cool thing would be to do, and the thing that would make sense is to have the mess hall here. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to brush sphere air 2. Alright. I do feel like light blocks are a cheat. I'll probably end up going back and getting rid of them. Oh, wooden torches. Yeah, but it'd be super cool for them to come out and be able to, like, literally go right to the mess hall. God, it's so dark. I wish playtime was a thing. Still. It used to be on here, but then we updated to the new thing, and they never put it back on. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Who knows when I'll finish lighting, though. Lighting is like my last thing. If I don't get to it, I don't get to it. That and redstone. I'd like there to be a little bit of redstone stuff, but if there's nothing, I'm not going to complain. At a point, I've done with this project, you know? Wherever I'm at next year, that's where I'm at. Thank you. That must be. Thank you. Amazing. Alright. Calcite floor. Yep, so I can't use that. Alright, let's do... that, and then we'll do this. For all those people, think about that. All those people come to this one. Okay, have a great day. I'm glad you could stop by. And if I never see you again, it's totally cool. I just appreciate your being here. Okay. So we probably build a hallway. Yeah. Okay. Hallways are boring to me. I can always work on hallways with somebody else. Okay. Okay. I think that's going to conclude that for today. I'm just about done. I'm in here for like an hour and a half. So, I'll work on it more by myself and then I'll bring you guys back up for an update. Thanks again, Sky Chapter VTuber EN, for joining me today. I appreciate you and see you all next time.